Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 38, day 2 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. We are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you could buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. And if you love positive affirmations, or you love music therapy, if you love essential oils and aromatherapy, I just really think you're going to enjoy her book because it's the perfect combination of those three aspects. The affirmation that we're concentrating on the entire week is I am healthy and feel better each day. Just a good reminder that of how our thoughts can influence our health. And as we think in the positive, our body can respond to that. And the affirmation for today is I am happy to do what is good for my body each day. So we're happy to do it. We're happy to exercise. We're happy to drink water. We're happy to get adequate rest. We're happy to eat nutritious foods. We're happy to do what it takes to nourish and strengthen our bodies. The song for the entire week is I've Got You, which you might recognize instead from the lyrics, I feel good, I knew that I would, yeah. Anyway, that's the song. And I feel good because I've got you. And so this song just reminds us we feel good because we have ourselves, right? And we feel good because we have others in our circles to love us and to love on. The diffuser blend for the whole entire week is 2 drops of lime, which is the oil of Zest for Life, 2 drops of lemongrass, which is the oil of cleansing, and 2 drops of myrrh, which is like the mothering oil, a very, very nurturing oil. And today we're going to be diving into the emotional benefits of lime essential oil. So the first thing you need to know about lime is the family that it comes from. And lime comes from the citrus family. So you have lemon. In that same family, you have lemon, grapefruit, red mandarin, green mandarin, tangerine, kumquat. I think I've covered most of the citrus oils. Oh, bergamot also comes from that family. Now, all of these essential oils in that family are mood uplifting oils. They're just going to bring on the help to bring on the happiness in our lives. The lime specifically can help heighten the joy of a happy relationship and add to that a little bit of playfulness, which lightens things up as well. Like, those people who come in and even kind of in serious situations, they can crack a joke, or in meetings that are getting a little bit dull, they can crack a joke, and it just enlightens and invigorates everyone. That's kind of what lime's action can be. Just a playful, uplifting blend. It's a perfect choice for those that are weary. The fragrance can be very stimulating and refreshing, almost like how you feel after a good nap. So, if you're feeling like you lack energy, or oh my goodness, can I really go on? The first thing that I really want you to do is I want you to think to yourself, when is the last time I've had water? Because one of the signs of dehydration is that, hold on just a minute. So one of the signs of dehydration is that you get tired. So if you start feeling tired mid-morning, mid-afternoon, whenever that tiredness kind of comes to you, go ahead. I want you to think to yourself, when's the last time that Caleb, can you grab me a lime, please? It should just be over there. Anyway, I want you to think to yourself, when's the last time I'm drinking water? And if you don't like drinking just straight water, you can definitely put a couple drops of lime into your water. It's super refreshing. Now, I'm not going to tell you to put just any lime that's out there on the market, lime essential oil, on into your water, because definitely not all essential oils are created the same. And you definitely want to use the most pure when you're putting things into your water. For that reason, I would only ever suggest putting doTERRA essential oils into your water. And here's why. Because they third-party test every single batch of oils. And, thanks, hon. And they, you can go to a site called Source to You, and they put on each bottle of their oils, they put the batch number of their oils. So you can go to a site called Source to You and type in the batch number, and you can see every single test that has been done on your batch of oil, and you can see all of the results. Like, what other company does this? And doTERRA's commitment is always to pursue what is pure. So I can trust when I put a drop of doTERRA essential oils into my water that I'm putting something that is pure, something that's going to have beautiful health benefits to me. Anyway, lime. Definitely you can put it in your water to help feel a little bit energized, maybe just to make your water taste a little bit better to you, so that you'll drink more, so that you're going to be less tired. Also, if you are feeling fatigued, you can rub a couple of drops of lime on the back of your neck or on your ears. Now, the one thing I need to tell you, as I'm telling you this, I don't want you to do that and then go out in the sun. Like, I don't want you to rub lime on the back of your neck and then go to the beach, or rub lime on your ears and then go to the beach, go out to a tanning salon. And let me tell you why. Because every single citrus oil, just because of the chemical components in it, can make our skin more photosensitive. But like, if I'm just basically going from my home to my office to my home, or if I'm just basically working at home right now, where I'm really not getting a lot of sun, maybe I'll take a walk later on in the day, or go jogging. Well, I would take a walk. My husband would go jogging, but I would feel like that would be safe to do. I just wouldn't want to be out in the sun for like 8 hours at a time after putting a citrus oil onto me. Okay, so it can help those who are depressed, who feel apathetic, who feel listless, to bring back some beautiful energy, to help remind them how wonderful life really is, and help them start seeing the good parts of life. Lime can inspire us to let go of feelings of being repressed or victimized. It can help us take our power back, take our life back, and realize that we are the ones in charge of our lives, and it's up to us to make our lives better. That's not someone else's duty. It's up to us to give ourselves the best life we can give ourselves. We mentioned before how it can help open the heart to greater playfulness, which brings a lightness and a joy when people can be playful. It can help cleanse the heart, especially if there's been an accumulation of emotional toxins due to avoidance or repression. So if you're one of the people who tend to not like to look at problems and just stuff them, or if you tend to avoid tackling or talking about different issues that you have, this can be a beautiful oil for you to help you kind of lighten up and calm down. Not that you're not lightened up, I didn't mean to say that, but to to calm down and realize it's okay to look at problems, because we all have problems. And a lot of times, looking at problems, addressing problems in a kind and patient way is a beautiful way of letting people know, hey, I care about you. Hey, I care about you. I care about your grades. I care about the state of your room. I care about how you're doing. So if you're having a problem, or if I'm having a problem, um, we're worth investing in. We're worth addressing the problems that we have. I sometimes compare. I remember I went to a presentation once. It was a talk, not a presentation, but a talk once given by Michelle Duggar. Now, this is when I was living in Arkansas, and she also lives in Arkansas. If you're not familiar with the Duggars, they have like, what, is it 19 children? I don't even know. Anyway, but just a ton of children. Maybe they have 17 children and it was 19 with the parents. I don't know. Wouldn't that be so fun? Oh my gracious. I just wish I had that many children. But needless to say, so she comes and she was talking about going to a marriage retreat with her husband. And, when they arrived at this marriage retreat, they were like, our marriage is pretty good. But then they really started kind of connecting and opening up about things that were important to them. And then they realized, oh my gracious. And what she did is she kind of compared it to, like, there was a lot of poop in the fish tank. There was a lot of things that had just been pushed to the side because we were busy, we weren't dealing with them, or we didn't want to deal with them. But the things were still there and they were still irritating us. And they were still weakening our relationship. So ignoring these things that weaken our relationship wasn't really good. And so she goes, it's kind of like a fish tank. Like, if you haven't cleaned your fish tank for a while, it still kind of looks pretty clean and clear. But when you start stirring up the rocks on the bottom, that's when all this poop starts coming to the surface. And so she said, you know what, you've got to do the connection work. You've got to do the cleaning out work. You've got to do that. How is this marriage really working for you? Work. And that's kind of how I think about problems. Like, when we have a problem or when we have an issue, we have two things we can do. We can either sweep it under the rug, or we can deal with it and just get it out of our house. And so many of us are afraid of dealing with problems, and so we tend to sweep it out underneath the rug. But what I have seen with too many relationships in my circles is that when you just keep sweeping that irritation, that hurt, that annoyance under the rug, it doesn't go away. There's this book that's called Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And basically what it does is it just that irritation, that anger, that resentment, it just builds and builds and builds because you're never dealing with things. And then this tiniest thing seems like it can break the relationship. So that's not what we want to do. That's not who we want to be. So when we have things that irritate us or bother us, whatever, we want to deal with them. We want to make things better. Now, can we make everything in life better? No. Would that be so nice? We probably can't, because we're human. So we're still going to be dealing with human people that are going to be sometimes frustrating or irritating at times. But we can make a lot of things in life better. We can get a lot of protocols going that can help make our lives better. I remember going to a talk once by Tamara Fackrell. She is a person who teaches at BYU Education Week, and she is a divorce attorney who also has her marriage. She's also gone to school. I think she has her doctorate in marriage and family therapy. And so she teaches like this amazing class because she deals with this population of people who are divorcing and people who want to improve their marriages. And this is what she said. She said, if you're the type of person who gets easily irritated and is very, very vocal about what irritates you, then what I want you to do is I want you to just let it go for 24 hours. If it's still bugging you in 24 hours, I want you to bring it up. I want you to bring it up, because if it's still bothering you after 24 hours, then let's deal with it. Let's solve it. Let's get some wins for the relationship by solving the problems. Now, she also said, if you're the type of person who tends to not bring things up and just stuff things and just sweep them away, and your philosophy is, if we ignore it, maybe it will go away, then what I need you to do, what I want you to do, is I want you within 24 hours, you have to bring it up. You do have to bring it up, because these things that are not brought up weaken the relationship. They make it so that there is no win. They make it so there's no win. Anyway, so, Lyme. Back to Lyme. It can help us open up. It can help us start addressing the things that are wrong in our businesses, in our lives, in our relationships, so that they can be fixed and we can start having wins. And having wins, solving problems together, win-win scenarios, makes our marriages better, makes and stronger, makes our businesses better and stronger, makes our lives better and stronger, makes us better individuals. I know sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zones to address things. Sometimes we have to do a lot of personal work to stay loving and patient and kind in those conversations. But I know we can do that work. I know we can address the problems in our lives and have win-win situations. And I believe that Lyme is an oil because of its uplifting influence that can help. Uplifting, opening influence. Okay. So it can help, Lyme essential oil. It can help those. Now this was mentioned in 2 different books that I was reading, which I really thought was super interesting. That it can help those who are super intellectual to be more kind and empathetic. Now, I'm not saying that if you're super intellectual that you're not kind and empathetic. I'm not saying that. But just in case, just if that's that case where you tend to be more cold as opposed to compassionate, you tend to be more worrying about the facts and solving the problem than loving the person, Lyme can be essential oil that can help with that. If you feel weighed down by a dark cloud, Lyme can help clear the darkness and help bring back the light. It's a great way of getting rid of negative energy. And another great way of getting rid of negative energy in your space is decluttering. When our house is messy or cluttered or overpacked, we can feel it can be a huge energy drain. Lyme can help us when we're decluttering to say, you know what, I don't need this anymore. I can let this go. So when you're decluttering your house, when you're cleaning your house, go ahead, put a few drops of Lyme. It can help you open up to see, do I really need this, or can this better serve someone else? And it can help us feel better about releasing some of the things that we don't need in our life anymore. Lyme can help. Remember, Lyme is, have you noticed kind of the pattern that Lyme is like clean out, clean out, clean out, clean out? So Lyme can help us clean out the jealousy. It can help us clean out the resentment. It can help us clean out the distrust. Now, all of these things aren't going to go away just magically. No, we're going to have to work through why are we jealous? What's really happening here? What needs to be addressed? Why am I resentful? Can I just drop the resentfulness? Has the problem is solved and I'm still kind of left with this resentfulness? Or do I really need to do some work to solve the problems of what's continually causing the resentment? And then it can also help clear out the distrust. And again, it's not just going to be the magic wand. Oh, now I trust you. No, it's going to see, where did this distrust come from? Is it an ongoing issue, or is it an issue from the past that I can really let go of now, right? So, and I'm just going to say that if there's distrust in relationships, I think that the very best way to bring back the trust is to bring back honesty, emotional honesty, and keeping of commitments. If you keep your commitments, other people, and if you're honest, other people are going to be able to rebuild trust in you. Oh, super helpful. So there's no magic, there's no essential oil, there's no magic wand when it comes to trust. Trust is something that has to be earned by behavior. But lime essential oil, if behavior has changed, lime essential oil can help us look at the behavior and say, you know what, really, you really have proven that you are more trustable. Let me start trusting you. Okay. Lime is great for helping us release grief and pain. It's great to put into a few drops or like 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, olive oil, putting over the heart just to help it open up and release some of these things that are weighing us down. It can help instill courage and cheer. It can remind us to be grateful that life has so many gifts to offer us, and as we're grateful for them, the discouragement can lift, the darkness can lift. I remember reading a book on 2 ways to organize your brain. Like when you get angry or sad, sometimes our brain can get very, very disorganized, and they almost are angry. When we get angry, our brain can get very, very disorganized and can start making wrong decisions, can start having very faulty thinking. And in this book, they basically said that 2 of the most powerful ways to reorganize your brain, come back to balance, come back to center, start making good decisions, getting rid of the being drunk on emotion, is 1, counting your blessings, and 2, reading. And I know, like, they're totally different things, but I thought that was super important. So if you tend to be hot-headed, anger, if you tend to act out of anger more than out of love and logic, then counting your blessings, and stepping back to have maybe 15 minutes of reading before you deal with situations can help recenter your brain so it's working at its a better capacity. Okay, so again, lime can help us be grateful, which helps us to think more clearly. So lime is specifically good for those who are really expending a lot of energy to fight for something good. And when people have been fighting for something good for a very long time, sometimes it can be discouraging. Lime, it gives us the energy to keep in the fight for the good things in life. Okay, so lime can blend beautifully with rosemary to help you focus or study. Rosemary, frankincense would be a great blend. Things to put in a blend to diffuse, to bring back mental clarity, mental powers. And it can blend well with neroli, lavender, or clary sage. That would be a beautiful, joyous blend. It can, if you're trying to clear out distressing emotions, a beautiful blend for your heart is 2 drops lime or hinoki and 2 drops of ylang-ylang, blending it out with lime, and then diffusing it, putting it into like a tablespoon or 2 of coconut or olive oil, putting that over your heart area. Now, and if you want a beautiful blend, if you're just trying to clean out a lot of negative, toxic emotions, and you really want to get to the bottom of things, like you just want to clear out the resentment, you want to see where the resentment came from, you don't want to clear out the jealousy, you want to get down and see where the jealousy started, and then clean all of that out. A beautiful blend for that is lime, thyme, and tea tree essential oils. You can put a couple drops of each of those in your diffuser, um, or again, put it into a couple tablespoons of coconut olive oil, put it over your heart, and help really get down to the bottom of things. We don't want these negative emotions attaching to us forever and just weighing us down. Sometimes we all need a beautiful cleanse just to look at what's really happening and clean out those negative emotions that just are not serving us at all. Okay, so negative emotions that Lyme can help address is being apathetic, feeling resigned to the negative, grieving, feeling a loss of will to live, or feeling discouraged. And positive properties that Lyme can help bring in is feeling courageous, emotionally honest. Emotionally honest. You need that honesty to work through issues. Feeling engaged, feeling revitalized, feeling determined, and being grateful for life. Now, one of the things I mentioned that Lyme can help with is if you feel a loss to live. And I wanted to specifically talk on this one. If you feel suicidal thoughts, if you feel a loss to live, yes, Lyme can be one of the things in your tool belt, but if that is a major descriptive phrase of you, don't let Lyme be the only thing that you're doing. If you feel a loss to live, if you feel suicidal thoughts or tendencies, tell your family, tell people in your circles, get into counseling, start exercising, boost up your nutrition. Let's address this super serious issue with everything that we have in our tool belts. Lyme essential oils are just one of the things that we have in our tool belt. They should never be the only thing that we are using. Okay, and if you have a loss of will to live, or if you have suicidal thoughts or tendencies, please know that you are loved, you are important, and this can pass. This can be something that hits you, but this can be something that also goes away. Don't feel like you're going to feel this way forever. You will not. This can be solved. Okay? And keep exploring options until it's solved. Sometimes we have to explore a ton of options before we find what will really work for us. So if this is something that you're struggling with, please keep letting people know. Have people pray for you. Pray for yourself. And hit it with everything, every tool in the toolkit. Okay. So this is Suzanne. I'm reminding you that the diffuser blend that we're diffusing is 2 drops of lime, the oil of Zest for Life, 2 drops of lemongrass, the oil of cleansing, and 2 drops of myrrh, the oil of mothering, the oil of nurturing. And the song for the entire week is I've Got You by James Brown. It's, as we're talking about Zest for Life, this is a very high energy song. Just happy. Great one to put on when you're cleaning too, because it's definitely going to energize you, I'm going to say. And then the affirmation for today is I am happy to do what is good for my body each day. I'm happy to do what is good for my body each day. And what is good for your body might be totally different from what's good from your husband's bodies, your children's bodies. All of our bodies are different. So don't be ashamed of doing what's good for your body. If you need to take a nap in the middle of the day, if you need to exercise, if you need to eat certain foods that other people are like, oh, why are you eating that? Don't be ashamed to do what's good for your body. Own that your body is marvelously made, unique and different. And what nurtures your body is going to be different than what nurtures someone else's body. So don't be ashamed to do what's good for your body. You are worth investing in your health. You are worth that. Okay, and then the affirmation for the entire week is I am healthy and feel better each day. We can improve our health. We can feel better each day. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life, reminding us all that with God we have the power to make every day a good day. Bye-bye.